Welcome to Just Drive It. Today we're going to take and show you how we're putting on our roller spring perches and our Viking double adjustable shocks. So come along with us. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to take these roller spring perches we've talked about in the past, but instead of going through and having a bushing in here like they originally had, like the rubber bushing, which has got a lot of just, it binds real bad. We're actually running these, which we got from Opentracker Racing. These actually have ball bearings on the shafts. They're all fully welded in good shape, and it gives you just a real smooth movement, and actually it's supposed to help the steering and the suspension movement on these cars way more than what you would think. The actual Falcons at one point actually had bronze bushed shafts that would actually move like these do, but the problem would be that they actually would wear out pretty quick over time. Now, what else goes on here is, besides your spring being mounted on this and this mounting to your upper control arm, your shock actually mounts to this as well. So that's why we're doing both of these at the same time and keeping it as its own little episode here. Now, why these shocks? Well, I've looked at QA1, I've looked at Viking. I ended up with double adjustable shocks. These are rebuildable just like the QA1s and such. But I got double adjustables for what it would have cost me to get single adjustables for QA1. Plus, since I bought all four of them on this car together at the same time, normally that'd be around $911, $910. Well, in our case, because of some of the forums that we're on, we get a 10% discount. So I got 4 double adjustable shocks for this car for under $900. Now, why am I so worried about these shocks? Well, one of the things is what some people don't realize is we're not putting this car on a trailer and moving it up to Sikeston, Missouri. We're actually, just like the 65, we're driving this thing. That's what we're called, Just Drive It. We're going to be driving this thing. So I can go through and set this for comfort and being able to pull a small trailer and not have to worry about it and run up to Sikeston. We're going through Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, dipping into Tennessee before we go to Missouri. So with me, my wife, 2 children, and my mother-in-law in the car, ride comfort's going to be something that you're going to want. And when we get there, we still want to perform good. These are going to get it done. That was one of the things I was really worried about, is because I didn't want to just go through and have an ill-handling car when I'm pulling a trailer and I've got my family in the car, because it's set up 100% for drag racing. And vice versa. When you're at the drag strip, you still want to take and put down a good number and have the good transfer that you're expecting. So these will do it. That's why we're going with them. They're a very good product. If anything, they're on par or better than the QA1s. Why would I say better? I get double adjustable for single adjustable. As with any of these projects, you'll see that we actually have a couple things we got to take loose. Your shock, it's got a bayonet top. This bolt has to come loose. These 3 bolts have to come loose, and you can pull that perch off. Now, as we come down in here, here's where you begin to see, and you can start to see there's some, that thing hasn't been unbolted and it's already like that. So it definitely needed to be done. See in here, we're having issues with our bushings on this, so this needed to be done regardless. I've checked the upper control arm and it's actually good. So after we disconnect on top, we'll come back down here and disconnect right here on both sides the shock, and the shock comes out. Next thing up, we'll put a spring compressor right in here, compress the spring, pull the spring out, and then we'll take loose these 2 bolts, and that'll get our spring perch out. Once the spring perch is out, reverse to install everything else, and it's pretty easy, pretty simple thing. I know we've shown a little bit of this type of stuff on the 65, but since we're using a little bit different parts, figured I'd let you see it. And just like that, plans change. As you can tell, different clothes. It's actually a different day. So if you come on down here and look, we actually ran into a problem where the spring perch wore a hole clean through the control arm. The bushings are good on the control arm. Even though this little boot is messed up, that's a brand new upper ball joint from installed a couple years ago. This over here is what you actually want to see on your control arm, not this. So what we ended up doing, like any sane individual, we tried to go to O'Reilly's, Advanced Auto, Napa, AutoZone, and nobody had these control arms where they could get them to me until 2 days from now. So we did the sane and logical thing. We went and got some. Only thing is, we drove all the way to Summit Racing, as you'll see in another clip we're about to show, to get these. Yeah, perfectly sane. Got 2 of them. So now we're good to go. We're going to get this stuff changed out because really we don't have that much time left. I've got about a week to finish everything I need to get done on this car before going offshore again. When we come back, I only have a couple days before we got to turn around and head for No Name Nationals. So unlike other people that have more than a month still available to them, I don't. So we're going to get back at it here and we're going to get these things changed out. See if you have some fun. Well, good morning. We had a fun little get-go with this. Ran into trouble with the Fairlane. You can see the Mustang went back over there. But yeah, control arms were bad. Only place that had it was Summit. It's available on a short notice. So my beat up old daily driver. We drove this over near San Antonio, so a little over 4 hours. And here is the beautiful one. So we got not enough time to do the projects that we got, so we had to drive up and get them. So I'll have those control arms on today. It's Sunday. I've got about a week left, and then I've got to go back to, or get ready to go back to work. So here we go. Fun and games. No, out there, show where we're going. Yeah, can you say dangerous for my pocketbook? Yeah. All right, we're going to come back over here and show you what we're going from to where we're going to. If you can see, I'm trying to move this spring perch, and even though it's all eaten up, I can't move this spring perch. But if you look at this one, that's way better. Mo better if you're from Louisiana, but way better than what it was. So we're gonna get this thing back together here. All right, this part's done. Upper control arm, roller perch, and we got our Viking double adjustable shocks on there, and all put together the way it's supposed to. If you look over there, they didn't do it the right way before, but now it's back. All right. Now for the other side. Well, this is side number 2 here. Another day's done. We're gonna call the upper control arm, spring perch, and shocks install complete. We got it up in here, so both of them are done. It's been a fun one here. So if you liked it, please like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. It's been a long little bit of time, but we're going to keep on going with the rest of this thing and make sure we make it to the No Name Nationals, Because like we said before, we are driving this, not just trailing it, actually driving it, full family, the whole 9 yards. So y'all have a good one. Just drive it.